Two of the most storied and legendary programs this sport has to offer. Their legacy stretched through the fabric of college football, and until today, they've only met once. And it is time to add a long overdue chapter to this story. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Downfield. Kearney on the Jets. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
From the gun, he leads it with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. And the timing just a hair off.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
From the gun, running back on the move. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple of catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll toss it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And man, what an Interesting call. 4th and medium, and the offense says run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it. But this defense does a really good job. You can tell they know where the sticks are, and they get the big turnover on downs.
He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to buy time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Underwood. He rifles one deep down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Snags a quick pass on the left. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
The give to the back. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Let's it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on the play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Middle Tennessee. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Marsh. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. We just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown Wolverine! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he added the extra point. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Ott. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Set. Ready.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking for space. It's Haynes. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's McCulley. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Right on target this time. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Sooners. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Haynes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now the pitch. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The play action fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He fires one deep over the middle. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pulled and fired complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how loud loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. That's reeled in. It's Mark. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Michigan! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kearney. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll try to pop the draw. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Offense lining up quickly. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Offense, quick tempo. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. On the ground, it's Ott. At the 40, there he goes. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sooners have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback is trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Steps away to find some room. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Works the middle of the field. And they pick up just a few on that completion. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Got it inside the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit trying to tie it up late in the half. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
To throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He throws one to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Sooners looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 13 over Old Dominion. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Blasted as he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The offense changing the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners will hustle to the line. It'll be a run on third and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up points on third down. He's got it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Sooners are on the move. DB's right up on the receivers. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Burks. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pocket breaking down. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a connection. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to punch it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires into the end zone. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the grab?
Into the secondary on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. In the final period with a third down play. Wants to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And is just inside that right upright. All tied up here in the fourth quarter.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
So now it's second and long. On the option. Now the toss. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Moore. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught, it's McCulley. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that recovery. return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a clutch stop for this defense. You get in the fourth quarter, you got to make those plays, get the ball back to your offense in a position now to go take the lead in this ball game.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense... It's a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 12 over FIU. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Wolverine. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Looking for the time with the extra point.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll leave it with him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll do it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, he falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He'll pull it down. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, this is the point of the game in the fourth quarter where turnovers matter so much. The defense knows if they can just find a way to steal a possession, they're giving themselves an opportunity to win it, and they do it right there. Physical play, you see the speed, and they're able to create the TO.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Looking to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
The short hands, it's Moore. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. We saw that right there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pulled down for the tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed, If it doesn't work, why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Not a chance. Missed it. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.